let's go live. Let's get Photoshop in dark mode. So world partition works horizontally. It's Photoshop dark mode, yeah. World partition works by taking your level and splitting it up into I don't want to say sub-levels, world partitions, right? It partitions your world automatically into these subgrids, right? So there's some things which work really well in this, like spawning a bunch of detail meshes. And it's not an infinite octree. It has a finite level of detail, but that finite level of detail is determined by the LOD layer that you are selecting in the world partition. So you can have a world partition which is like this, which contains your overall, you know, your level island, your battle royale scenario, right? And you can have a second world partition, right, which has got a finer scale, right, for maybe trees, right? I understand how it's meant to work, right? I'm compliant in the operations of the world partition, right? So you have these, and when you're in a loading radius, typically 4 of these are going to be spawned, potentially 9 at the most, but probably 4 or 1. Typically, when you go from here to here, you might enter a spot here where all of this just unloads, just shits itself. So you will be using BSP after all. Shh! Don't tell them, Yag. Which is, and this is fine conceptually, right? I understand conceptually how it works, except for one thing, and that's spawning distance mesh LOD groups based on moving out of a world partition streaming zone. So if you move like from here to here, typically you'd want this area here, which you're no longer in and no longer can see in any great detail, to be represented. If you can still see it, if you can still theoretically put a ray trace to it, you want a I'm gonna say it, you want a 3D skybox. God, all those years using the Source engine have destroyed me. You want this to be represented in a very small, low detail mesh, right? You want this to be visible, but it won't be because it'll be unloaded because you're not in a world partition area that supports loading those actors. And the way you're meant to get around it is to use a technique called impostering, which was popularized by Bungie in the late 1990s and the early 2000s. This is a spider just chilling. Well, you better not have webbed to my forehead, you asshole. Where when you move far enough away from an actor or an object, it is replaced with an extraordinarily low detail mesh version of that object, right? Which is fine. You know, you get a cube which has got some fancy, gnarly, soft edges to it. You know, and you get far enough away and it just gets turned into a straight up cube, and it's got a cool texture on it which is like 16 pixels wide. There's a video on Quake's potentially visible set that you saw and you recommended but didn't watch. It was only potentially visible, Yag. Anyway, I don't really understand how to leverage world partition to enable the visualization of LOD groups outside of the loaded range, apart from having like a separate level inside the level to track where you are and what you could see. And it's driving me insane, right? This specific problem is driving me insane, and I can't deal with it. I mean, I can, but I can't. So we have more. It's always problems, and it's always going to be optimization problems, right? But I think it would be potentially easier to just manually break down the level that we have. And I say this very tentatively. So the things that I notice with world partition is terrain is extraordinarily hard to edit. Other things that I noticed about world partition, it doesn't seem to work in my copy of Unreal anymore. Like, it worked like briefly, like for 8 nanoseconds in beta, and now it doesn't seem to work. So you've seen the diagram that I've drawn you, right? The world partition is this grid, and it spawns things, and each one of these landscape actors, each one of these landscape actors here is punched out of the landscape actor, right? It is turned into a landscape proxy mesh, which is spawned by the world partition system, right? So each one of they're compartmentalized. So theoretically, when you select, an area of these things and load them, you can edit these 4 meshes. But right now, my world partition thing loads the whole world no matter what you select and will not unload anything. And that's driving me crazy. Second thing is that because it split this mesh, in the end, everyone's just doing what Source Engine did back in 2004. Yeah. When you edit this terrain mesh, when it's in a world partition level, it just slows the engine down so much. And maybe that's a cost that I have to just sink into myself, because it's an editor feature rather than a gameplay feature. It runs fine in the gameplay, and it does unload and load things fine in gameplay if you launch the game, right? It definitely does not show you the whole world all at the same time. Even if you're in the editor, you can see coast to coast, the 100-meter stretch, the 1 kilometer, was it 1 kilometer? 4 kilometer? It's a 4 kilometer cubed island. Yes. 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 Is that fucking pendulum? Oh, I don't know. What does the now playing bar say? I think it says that it's... Hold on. Just skedoodle out of the frame. They weren't in this playlist for some reason, Yeg, and I freaked out. Because they're meant to be. There's definitely something missing in this playlist. It wasn't Caitlin Aurelia Smith. Great music as that is, that definitely does not need to be in this playlist. I made a mistake. I just realized I get mini player controls here. Sick. Oh, Windows PC is just great. Anyway, so instead of this, what I feel like we need to do is have some kind of instance level hierarchy. So we have we have the overworld level hierarchy like this. So the overworld is going to be the whole thing, right? And then we'll have things like Ant Mountain. And Ant Mountain is going to be, an area of 3D mesh collections up here. Little thing there, maybe the start of the river up there, and then we'll have like Tree of Life. Tree of Life is going to be like down here. And I feel like this might give us a better means to optimize the game, because we'll be able to specifically specify H-slot groups, right? And it's easy enough to make a regular level into a world partition level. It's impossible to make a world partition level back into a regular level. So I think at least if we start going down this route again, I promise I'm not an idiot, okay? I promise I make jokes, maybe, that I'm a bit of a silly Billy, that I don't know what's going on. Haha, I'm new to game dev. Haha, oops. I'm not that much of an idiot, right? If I start doing this, chances are we won't brick the level again, right? And chances are that if I need to make a world partition level, maybe to preview it, maybe to test features, maybe to see if it's actually viable, maybe to see if it's a better thing, future tense, I can copy this level, make it a world partition level, not brick anything. Thumbs up. I think that's the way we need to go. Anyway, in doing so, I think it's time that we just get into it. And here's our levels tree. So we're going to make a new level, and this is going to be 0_overworld. And this is a blank level with nothing in it. Thumbs up. And then we need to make another level, which is going to be 0_ level atmospheric. And this is going to be place actors. Place actors. Content browser. This is going to hold our ultra dynamic sky blueprint and our weather, ultra dynamic weather blueprint. This may be too much compartmentalization, but do you know what? I don't even care. And then we need to go back to our other thing, which is going to be in mega assemblies. Go back to castle recovery. What is that noise? It doesn't look bad, right? It looks like a pretty cool castle, if you ask me. Should I put a balcony here? Like, it seems like the best place to put a balcony, right? There's this weird straight room area in between two circular rooms, right? So I figure we'd have, I don't know, like a something room here, and then another room here. Maybe we could push this wall back and just create a small little balcony there. It'd be fun, right? Everyone loves a balcony. And that would look out over basically nothing. There's a cliff and a beach over there, and there's Ant Mountain up there. I guess you could see Ant Mountain from there. There could be a cool scripted event to show you where Ant Mountain is from the balcony. Whatever. Anyway, we didn't come here for this. I came here to copy the north offset simulate. Do we just need to select Costa Rica as the preset? North yaw of 90. I can remember that. Do you know what? I can remember that. I made my own preset. You can't tell me I can't. North yaw 90. Save. And then we go to the overworld, and we drag level atmospheric into the overworld. Bosh. Witcher! Oh no, Witcher, what happened? The food poisoning has won. No! Cool music, though. No! Why everybody ill today? Jesus. You like it very vibe? It is. Who is it? It's not Pizza Hotline, is it? First Kings, Dystopia's Embers. I got it from 7 Digital. They're a very cool media outlet. I think, maybe. And they're not that cool. I mean, they are cool. They're theoretically cool. Very vibe. How do I move the camera faster? Because we've zoomed, okay? We've gone to the full furthest extent of a sky atmosphere, which is like 300,000 units. Maybe even more than that. I'm heading up for warp 9. See, and I can't just, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the hack. Create folder. Never loaded. Can we rename this to always loaded? And then in never loaded, place actor, gonna get ourselves a cheeky cube. I'm gonna put our cube into never loaded. We're gonna go to our cube, set its position to be 0, 0, 0, and then select our cube, focus our cube, focus our cube, change the camera speed to something reasonable. And then this is editor only. Hidden in game. Hidden. Cool. So the bigger question for me is, how are we going to deal with the displacement, right? Are we going to use a landscape actor? Are we going to, at the end of using the landscape actor, are we going to bake the landscape actor into a 3D mesh series of 3D mesh actors? Are we going to keep the landscape actor but plaster over it with Megascan's assets, mega assemblies, higher poly 3D meshes that can then be actually hidden while the landscape remains visible all the time? Can you change the resolution of a landscape dynamically? Don't think so. Can I apply the same blueprint landscape brush to two landscapes simultaneously? Also, I don't think so. Can I duplicate a blueprint landscape brush? Yes. Blueprint landscape brushes exist in the editor in and of themselves. That's a cool idea. What we could have is, hear me out, what we could do is, we could have a high detail landscape driven by a blueprint brush merged down into a mesh. And then we can take that high detail mesh, split it into whatever shapes and sizes we want to split it into, and we can have a low detail landscape underneath it, driving landscape based painting and such, etc. So there are things that you can do in Unreal, right? You can have landscape biased mesh painting and blending effects. But I wonder if having such a low detail mesh is going to be okay for stuff like that, because a lot of it requires tessellation between the two objects. So like if you wanted to do like a cool little blendy, maybe we'll just have a high detail landscape. Maybe we'll just have a cool high detail landscape. At any rate, I want to do all the landscape stuff in a separate level. And I have to take a deep breath because I've forgotten how big the landscape needs to be. So approximately, edge to edge, it is 50500, right? So it's 100 times 505. So we can't change this, can we? Number of components. We can. And this is where I freak out because I've forgotten all of the measurements. Did we write down the measurements in the Trello? Did we actually write a guide on how to rebuild the island from scratch, just in case we had to rebuild the island from scratch, like we're doing right now by rebuilding the island from scratch? Solgy cast. No building. Here we go. Vista Al Mar's height is 984 meters. Playa San Juanillo distance from west to Outcrop Ant Mountain, 97.3 meters. Game World scale, 10. So we want a 1 kilometer strip from west Outcrop to Ant Mountain. That's there to there, right? From here to here. 100 meters from here to here. So 1 kilometer from the Flyboys den to... Oh, that's such a good fucking... Flyboys den logo. Just saying things out loud makes it feel good. Ignore the Zoolander reference there. You didn't see it. Game World scale is 10 times. I'm pretty sure we need a 4 kilometer square or something thereabouts, 4 kilometers squared. So 4 kilometers in centimeters, because Unreal was designed by Germans apparently. 1,000 meters in a kilometer. There's 100,000 centimeters in a kilometer. There's 400,000 centimeters end to end, and this is currently 50,500. Fourth, yeah, this is 0. So there's 50,000. Four five seven three oh oh. 4,457,300. That would be big enough. Theoretically big enough. People warned about using 2x2 sections because they're inefficient, because they load 4 landscape brushes per thing, and 127 by 127 quads as well. 324 components. I swear it was less the last time. Fuck it. Hey, when we ball, right? Right, kids? And I have a theory that this is going to work out perfectly because we're using old tech, which has been hardened and robusted over the last 20 years of the Unreal Engine. I think that this is going to work fantastically, and World Partition can suck my ass. Briefly. Until I end up using it, inevitably, for a project sometime in the future, and loving it, and it'd probably be a great tool. But until that day comes, yes, we can't see anything. My mouse has been deleted. There we go. Buffer visualization. World normal. I take everything back. This is running like ass. And we have our gizmo. We can see which way we're looking now. What is this? Why isn't it rendering the landscape, huh? Ah, here we go. There it is. More pendulum, you see me? I feel seen. Interesting. Where's that landscape material I had? Tinted proc grid. Shame this track. What? This is gonna suck. We're gonna enable and rebuild nanite for this mesh. Which is potentially gonna allow us to see the whole thing at the same time. Potentially. So, balloons? This is gonna take a while. Ah. Did we pass this one already? I don't feel like we did. It's funny how you can't speed up my nanite generation with the CPU, but you can speed up my balloons game. Let's just consider that. Nanite generation is done mostly on the GPU. We've learned something today. Isn't that great? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just wild and Do you know the worst thing about making video games? The waiting. I'm guessing in like a large video game studio, you could offload this to one of the render servers in the back rooms. You know, it could be done essentially for free, for no time at all. You wouldn't have to worry about it. But I don't have a second server. I don't even have a second PC. Oh, I technically do have a second PC, but it's a Windows XP laptop that doesn't have a battery in it. I was gonna buy a fucking brick for it today as well. God damn it. God damn it. My tip for you kids is never get ill, especially not anything to do with the digestives. Digestive ill is bad, especially if it's chronic, especially if it's... Ugh. Just be healthy your whole life, and then suddenly cease to exist in a catastrophic supernova. That would be my personal advice to you for your entire life. You know, if you can manage it, that would be the best way to live. Ugh. I'll go out on Wednesday, it's fine. It's fine. I'll get a charger on Wednesday. I'll get a birthday gift on Wednesday. Everyone will be happy. No one will scream, no one will cry. I'll feel better. Definitely. I don't mean it to be a downer, but like, it's a downer for me and I'm here, so stuck with it. Let's talk about something else, huh? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the latest updates to Destiny 2? Do you want to talk about the Beardy Man and 2? That's right. Do you want to talk about Unreal Engine's beautiful Nanite? Nanite's great. Lumen's great. I really appreciate like the advances in cool graphical fidelity that they've brought to video game programming. Like, and they're easily accessible. They're easily tunable. They're just all around good. Just all around good. That is the wrong monkey. I've bought the wrong monkey. Sorry. Oops. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. Bought the wrong monkey into NFTs now. Unfortunately, this monkey isn't even going to make me money back. I mean, not that an NFT would make me money back, but there's not even the potential. I bought the boomerang monkey instead of the glue monkey. Everyone knows the stickier the balloons get, the better. The more mess you create, the fewer lives you lose. Oh, the CPU has become engaged. Oh no, no it hasn't. Balloons was just dicking me around. I guess it's at this point, like now that my brain has disengaged from doing active development and I'm just sat in balloons, we can talk about the mini games, right? The ant specific, ant focused ant mini games about ants. What the fuck do ants do with their time, right? We talk about the casts as if I have intimate knowledge about their personal daily lives. But that is incorrect. I am not the scientist in this scenario. I am the engineer. Oh, piss. So like we say chewer cast, right? We say like everyone knows what a leaf carrier does, right? And without wanting to be like self-incriminalizing, it's obviously going to be some kind of grab and stash point and click delivery simulator kind of style thing. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's the opposite of good. Jesus Christ, Unreal, what happened? We're very, very sorry. Oops. So that, it didn't like that. We're just taking the deepest of breaths right now, kids. You okay though, Unreal? You having yourself a day? What is wrong with you today, Unreal? You having a you been having a time? Content, game content, levels, landscape. Let's go back. Let's save that. Let's go back to the landscape thing. So, like a carrier ant, right? A leaf cutter ant, cutter cast. Obviously, he goes out. She goes out. She cuts leaf, right? She chews around the portion of the leaf that needs to be cut, and the leaf is presented onto the floor. Preparing shades. Now my question is, there it is. I think it is responding, task manager. Can I actually just... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What's this? Desktop Windows Manager. GPU 3D. Okay, so it looks like we're hitting some kind of a memory thing. 53% CPU. It's spread over like 18 different applications. OBS is using my GPU. I think toggling that flag causes us to achieve a lag spike because I think that starts computing the nanite mesh. And we ask it to compute the nanite mesh twice, and then I asked it to compute the nanite mesh and then saved instantly. Basically, I'm treating Unreal like an asshole, and this is why it's not working for us. We've got to be maybe less demanding on the system, just for a brief nanosecond while it decides, you know, what it's going to do in its time. Smooth. Oh. You see that? The cheek. Yeah, Unreal has indeed stopped responding. Is this what we call a memory leak, kids? Is this a cool memory leak that I've got myself here? Trello is using GPU 3D? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? 0%, I know, but what the fuck? Like, I understand my scuffed Unreal Engine thing. Yeah, that uses 3D. It's rendered in the 3D space. It has 3D giblets that fly from the sky. Unreal Engine has definitely stopped responding. Do you know what? We'll kill it. It's freeing memory. It's freeing memory. Memory has been freed. We'll open it again. We'll take it one step at a time. Do you think it might be worthwhile pressing the generate nanite button first, so that the landscape has a nanite mesh to work from to begin with? And it would give us a progress bar to work on, so we don't have to like look at this to assume. It's gone. Oops. Where's it gone? Where's it gone, kids? See that? This looks a lot more promising. It loaded fast, it loaded quickly, it loaded without any issue. I do like this. It looks good too. Like even though I've changed the angle of the sun respective to the courtyard, like it has good lighting in here. Like a little bit of shade around the outside of these lads, and then bushed. Nice bright bit that you can sit and have a nice cup of tea. Like it. Very good. Right. So this time, no messing around. We do it, and it is done. Ooh. It doesn't. It doesn't seem to be doing it. Oh. Okay. So this is what crashed at last time, right? So it doesn't seem to be doing anything, right? It doesn't seem to be utilizing any of the information on the PC, right? Oh my god. But it's throwing us some heckin' errors. So right now, if we look at it, we're going to see that it's probably not responding. Yeah. Power usage very high, though. What would you want me to take away from this? Is it trying to do something? Is it trying to make a nanite mesh? Is it failing? Because usually when Unreal does something, it uses all of your available resources, right? So what do I do? Do I just wait for it to do something, or what? Because like I am very patient, but just a stream where we wait and we look at Task Manager for ages is, you know what I'm saying? Because the memory usage is like doubled, so it might be doing something, you know. This is the best stream. Yeah, we just play some loonies. We play some loonies. We wait for Unreal Engine to do what it's trying to do, if it's trying to do something, and then it doesn't do it, and then we just cry. Yeah, good stream. Good stream. How did they become unglued, though? So, what's new with you, chat? Just waiting for Unreal to stop being Unreal. Gonna start building this game in Godot next week instead. Gonna move to Unity. Gonna jump ship to the build engine. Sorry, that was too far. Gonna make the Antonia game in Source 2. Hey, Valve, if you're watching, make the Antonia game in Source 2. Because this is... Can you do that? Can you deal with this? I need a 4-kilometer square landscape. Should I break this down into multiple landscapes? Is that am I being a stupid here? Am I being a smelly stinky? I get the feeling I'm being a smelly stinky and I'm trying to do too much, too fast, too hard, too fast, too soon, too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have no concept of the finesse, no concept of the batch. Even though I talk about batching all the time, I'm here just trying to do one large thing all at the same time. Makes me angry. Yeah, it crashed. Got him. Look how fast it goes now. Okay, so the CPU was definitely a little bit engaged. A little bit. That's the stream. Oh my god. Is that down there, huh? What are you, huh? I'm okay. I'm deleting the landscape, okay? I don't care. Making a new landscape, that one is entirely scuffed. In fact, before we even make that, we're gonna save just to make sure it's dead. Landscape. New landscape 0, 0, 100, 100, 100. Wait, we do 1x1 sections and just do 2x5s. And then we can do, what, 18x18? 18x18. 4591. 0, 0, 4591 0, 0. 459,100 units sized. Material. Proc. Grid tinted. The Prodigy 2. You really see me now? Look, okay, Yag, it's no secret. It's no secret that I like the Prodigy. The Prodigy is in fact the first band I remember seeing on TV, hearing the music of on TV. It was the music video to Firestarter after Nursery, 1992, 1993. All black and white TV. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty banging tune. Okay, so it's kind of behaving. For some strange reason, it's not loading. But it is what it is. I don't know why it's being weird about drawing the... Oh, it's because I'm so far away? Oh, okay. Don't crash. I implore you, Unreal Engine, do not crash. We've got a good thing going here. We got a good thing going here, please. Deep breaths, Unreal, deep breaths. Ah. Yes. Yes. How quick is this gonna be? 0% quickness? It didn't even do it. Wow. It's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. All things considered. Can we sculpt the bit that's not loaded? If we do like a ringo. Yeah, we can sculpt the bit that's not loaded. And it loads it. That's mental. Whee! Ah. We can? I can't see it. I need to go into the other one. Well, normal. Yeah, it did sculpt it. How do you make a new layer in a landscape? You, and then we can just clear these. It's pretty, looks pretty good though. I like that. Right, okay, so we need... Create layer. Here we go. Uh-oh. I heard a snap. It's gonna crash. I can feel it. Running pretty low on the old lives here, aren't we? Game over, dude. And Unreal didn't crash. It is simply preparing shaders. I'm not digging this song. It's preparing shaders again. So I have view distance set to cinematic here, kids. Okay? This is the biggest view distance that you can potentially ever have. And I can't see the whole landscape, which is frustrating. Details about the landscape. You have did PR? Holy shit. It's enough programming for one day. You did a PR with programming? Nope. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I like how do I make the view distance even further? Ah, far view plane. Use 0 to enable an infinite far view plane. Oh there it is, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen. I was just being an idiot. That's well done. Well done for the big brain. Thank you. Thank you. Infinite view plane, what the fuck? Yeah, we should probably actually set that to a number so it doesn't get crazy. That's not a thing that can happen. Whoa, for Yaggage. It just did, check it out, look. We can see the whole thing now. Which means that we can see it lit by the giant nuclear sun. Which is gonna burn our eyes with this neon green that I've painted it all. We could have it unlit, in fact. Or we could have it in normal mode, which is my favorite. Because it goes purple. Good. But we should assign a value to that. It should be double the size of the thing, which is it's 4 kilometers, so 800,000 units. That's the. We can't have a far view plane that far. Okay, we can have an infinite far view plane, but we can't have a far view plane that's 800,000 units long. 100,000 units is the biggest far view plane we're allowed. Even though we can have an infinite far view plane, it won't let me set a far view plane that's 800,000 units. Because 100,000 units is the furthest. But 100,000 units was displaying clipping and all. Fuck's sake, Unreal. Jesus. This is why I don't pay for game engines, right? This is why when someone says, hey buddy, you want to use our game engine, it's $30. I'm like, how about you don't have features that are broken? How about I pay you when I've finished using it? Jesus. Help. Anyway, we have to do something very sneaky now. We need to go to my projects file on the G drive, and we need to find the FBX test project. Harder done than said. I gotta go to the projects file first. Unreal projects. FBX test projects. And then we gotta open this. Hey, the project file is only 873 bytes. Watch as there's a project setting for the maximum far view plane. I'll be an editor preferences, won't it? Because it's not a project setting. Far view. Far field traces. Don't. Nope. Called your bluff there. Unreal knew you were coming. And now my question is this actually going to open the project? Because there's an update for Unreal Engine 5. Not confident. I'm not confident that it's doing anything. I listened to Dreampunk too. Good man. I don't know. I got this album like last week. I was unashamedly I was looking for drum and bass on 7 Digital. There's not a lot of drum and bass on 7 Digital. And if you search for the music tag drum and bass on 7 Digital, you get music that is not drum and bass. Just music that has the drums and a bass in it, which is all music, by the way. Did you know? Or most music. I guess taiko drumming technically doesn't have a bass. And I guess drum and bass with no drum has no drum. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. Oh, look, Pizza Hotline's on there. I'll buy it. It was like $5. It's just and bass. Do you ever just have like the urge to like get a haircut? Like, I don't know what it is about it. I just don't know. I just don't know. The second I start inspecting the power usage, it goes down. You'll have to update your model though. That is true. For anyone who's wondering, yes, I do have the stupid double ponytails occasionally. Because I have, it's hard to put all the hair in one ponytail, okay? Don't at me. Can't be doing that. We'll just do a debut, a re-debut. I'll re-debut as short hair manner. No, I was just thinking of like shaving one side of my head. Like the whole... I double click on you again, sir. And if you do not comply, I will go through the launcher like and sidecut. Yeah, kind of, but like directly down the middle. So the annoying thing is, like, I'd have a sidecut again, but my hair does not like to part to the side. Like if I take out one side of the hair, my hair's just like, how about I do a center part? And I'm like, there's no, that's not how. It doesn't just stop. And I'm like, you brush it, you put some mousse on it, and the hair's just like, about halfway through the day, I'll fuck with you. You're the opposite. You have shaved the other half side, the top side. Hair refuses to center part. God damn. You want to trade? Not particularly. On this map in particular. I heard there was a delayed spawn on the center part of this map. In particular. God damn. I wonder what's sending me, because I've been real careful what I've been eating, okay? Look, okay, hear me out, okay? Right, okay? I go and I eat only the reputable gluten-free objects, okay? Like why do I still feel bad? To change the subject again back to me and my horrible food intolerances that prevent me from eating all of my favorite foods, including and not limited to bread, pasta, pizza, whole block of cheese. I mean, on the upside, I get to eat more healthily, but I'm forced at gunpoint to eat more healthily, and it doesn't even seem to make much of a difference, right? Healthily. Do I know Pure Life? I do not know Pure Life. It sounds like a a pro pro. It's a vaporwave dreampunk label. Check it out sometime. Label, you say? Which one of my browsers am I gonna dox myself with today? How about Edge? How about I open Edge again? Yeah, that'd be fucking sick, wouldn't it? In fact, do you know what? Instead of that, I will write it down simply on a post-it note and look at it later. Don't you just love, like, the fact that you can probably just watch any number of my videos and just see my email address, like my postal address, my first last name, the crazy long number on the front of the card, and the wacky 3 digits on the back. Yeah, I can't see chat, so I am going to have to get rid of that. Pure Life. Oh, you have sent a YouTube link. Helpful. You have sent a YouTube link. Helpful. YouTube links are on the other audio stream. I will have to mute the game audio. I swear to God, OBS, if you mess with me one more time. It's muted it. But it has not represented that it has muted it. And it has not unmuted it. It has unmuted it. There we go. My stream deck is running slowly. Here's your recommendation. Recommend way. Oh, do you know what? You can continue listening to Dreampunk, and I can continue listening to your recommend. And you can't hear the recommend, and I can't hear the Dreampunk. Stream magic. This is an hour and 20 minutes long. Ooh. Schrodinger's muted. Schrodinger's muted. That bass, though. Ooh. 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 I'm gonna have to pause that. I'm going crazy. No, that sounds good. I will listen to that later. I'll put it on so I can ignore my friends on voice chat. What? Once again, I have blocked chat from my visibility. I am galaxy brain level. 110% galaxy brain level. This is the part where I stop playing cool electronic music and start playing gross rock music from the 1980s. Hashtag duality of man. Vine source? What Vine source was I watching? When was I watching it? Why is it with the lame codec? Do not Starling Bank. I remember that. I made like 12 unsuccessful applications for a business bank account, and they were like, "You can't. No. Look, the thing. I didn't read the full TOC. Or I did, but I'd forgotten what was in the TOC, and it was like you can't use it for. You can use. They had like a multi. They had a multi currency account for individuals, not loan traders, not business account, and they had a business account that was single currency, and I'm just like, no, I need the multi-currency business account, and they were like, we don't do a multi-currency business account. But they didn't say that, like, to me, whenever I failed the application to open the bank account, and I was just like, my credit's great. It's a compilation album, sick. Hey, you do that too. Ignore your friends and voice chat too while listening to ambient. It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. Jesus Christ. Oh, you're compiling shaders, are you? You know what we do when shaders are being compiled? Can you even believe that all these sounds came out of one man's mouth? Can you even believe that one singular person would have the vocal capacity to emulate an entire electronic ensemble? You can't believe that because you can't hear game sounds because you muted them earlier. Game sounds have been unmuted. You want this. I think it's a missed opportunity that he doesn't pitch up the popping sounds as you get faster in the game. I know people are going to complain that they can't see the progress bar while we do this, but this will disappear when the progress bar is finished. I got this under control, kids. Anyway, when it opens, we will have but a brief split second to copy all of the spline points. So we should actually probably create the brush right now. We should probably create the BP brush right now. Landscape. And we can edit this in object mode, I believe. We don't have to be in landscape mode. My hands are in the air. Oh, do not shoot. Do not shoot. F stream. F stream. Oh. F stream? Am I here? Am I live? Am I living? My whole PC just went completely crazy there for a second. My mouse disconnected, and then my mouse reconnected and put all the mouse inputs that I had done instantly. And my mouse was just across all 3 screens. My face capture has stopped working. OBS is frozen. The stream has died again? I swear to God. We're good now, we're good now. We're good now, don't worry. Don't worry. It says I'm live, but I don't... It says I'm live. But nothing else is updated. I'm scared. I guess we just sit. I guess we just sit and we talk around the campfire. We try not to bring up any Windows dynamic window previews because apparently that is enough to just end my PC. We'll use the task manager to delete a couple of the programs in the background, maybe. I feel like, do you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise, and we're currently in some kind of hostile space where the chances of dying are certain, and I'm rerouting all of the auxiliary powers in the ship to, like, not crash. Jesus Christ. I hope you can't hear that. I genuinely hope you can't hear that. Goodbye, stream. Goodbye, stream. Please. Like, how would I know? How would I know if my stream had disconnected? There it goes. You love it when Manadonna speaks and then the stream stops. At least Unreal isn't requesting the use of the GPU right now. Look, I'm just gonna... Look, okay, look. Look, okay, this is very stressful for me. Can I go get a soda? What is this song? Into the Abyss. Okay, we get rid of Into the Abyss. That's not a bot. Right, I'm just gonna be right back and grab a soda. My stream deck is like a full half a minute behind all the button inputs, but that's like the buttons happen and then they animate like literally 20-30 seconds afterwards. I'm gonna go get a drink. If you need a drink, now's a great time for you to grab a drink. I will be only a few seconds, so it has to be a cold drink, maybe from the tap or from a cool can or bottle of soda from your refrigerator unit. But I will see you in a moment. I'm probably gonna get myself a nice ice cold 7-Up. Mmm. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it... Do not... Ah! This is so fun. So, Reno. That's the best fake bread rolls that I've ever had. Do you know what it is? Have I crashed again? This is very funny to me. There we go. Hello? I think... I think... Hello? I think... we may have just skimmed through the asteroid field unscathed. We still have 45% of the shaders to compile. My camera still is not a camera. Unreal has destroyed it. Great. So, hello? This puts us in an awkward position where I have had to turn basically everything off. No VTubing. No Chrome. We still have the overlay, that's important. Oh, Paint's still open, Jesus Christ. My lovely demonstration of how I was going to restructure the entire world. I mean, Photoshop, what? What did I say? I managed to make a sandwich in that time, by the way. Static me, yeah. No puppetry going on here. Everything's okay, man is just streaming to a parallel universe, yep. True. True. Do you know what? Seeing as how you're all here, I'm gonna give a... we can do some shoutouts. Let's get some shoutouts going on while I can type and not focus on doing anything with a mouse or a keyboard, because, oh boy, if I touch Unreal at any point or any juncture in this exact moment in time, it's just gonna fucking implode. Oh no, don't. Don't. No! No! Ah! You didn't perceive any of that. It's fine. The stream didn't crash again. It's fine. I'm thinking, like, do I have any games on my phone that I can play? No, I don't. I don't play games on my phone. Closest thing I've got to phone games is the Switch. We could play a Switch game. We could play Mario Kart or something. Play Mario Kart, chat? I mean, you wouldn't be able to see it. That's... oh, why are these streams so scuffed every time? Any of you out there want to tell me, like, how I can de-scuff these streams, like, a little bit? I'm really sorry, by the way. Everyone who followed me for the quality video game content, just come on Sundays. Nothing goes wrong on Sundays. I just get angry and rage quit the game. That's the best part. Yeah, don't. Man it down. It's just like I touch something in the Unreal Engine and I see OBS like stop tracking like mic input and I'm like, ah. And I look over and I'm like, ah, and nothing's moving. And I'm like, uh-oh. And then it goes, prong. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm really sorry. This is going to be like 18 different VOD parts on Twitch. It's going to suck. It's going to be one VOD on YouTube if you're interested in watching this. If you just came in now from the outer bounds, you've never seen this before, and you want to see the whole thing, start to finish, without any breaks, except for that one break where I made a sandwich and forgot to pause the recording, you can go to YouTube. youtube.com/u/Manadono. I believe I have secured my, it was at, is it youtube.com/@Manadono? How do they even do YouTube links these days? If I go to my page, don't. If I go to my, don't. If I go to my, can't go to my page apparently. Apparently going to my page is illegal. Backadono? I'm trying to be Backadono. But Lord Unreal is not making it easy. So to try and clamp down on the whatever this is, I have turned real time off, so the viewport isn't rendering anything in real time. And I've turned the render scale down to 8%. So it's only rendering 8% of the original canvas size, which I don't even know what this is. It's very small. Very small. Even at those resolutions, the fact that it's trying to compile shaders in a second window, and there's still 3,000 shaders to compile. Jesus Christ. Just stay compiled. Is there something wrong with just staying compiled? Like, you don't have to decompile the shaders every time I work on a new project. You know what I mean? You don't have to destroy all of that lovely cached data. Just leave it on the hard drive for 5 minutes. Just you know, just satisfy me. Anyway, that's by the by. So, do you want to talk about Payday 2? Payday 2. So, it was a really fun game for a long time. And then Sunbreeze decided that they were going to jump on the bandwagon trend of adding pay-to-open drops. And, like, not maybe pay-to-win mechanics. Right? But, like, more premium, more freemium engagement. Even though the base game was a premium game, and it has premium DLC for unlocks to missions, weapons, characters, etc. And I got really salty, and it just died off for me, you know. Like, the gameplay aspect was boring. None of my friends played it together. That's the best bit, by the way. Playing a video game with your friends. Doesn't matter how good or bad the video game really is, as long as you're having fun with a couple of your good mateys, you know? That is really the core aspect of the online multiplayer experience. And the kind of the feelings that you get from playing a game without your mateys, perhaps. If you're playing, for instance, Counter-Strike Global Offensive or Overwatch, right? The kind of the feeling is more of a stress feeling than a fun feeling, you know what I mean? Like, the gameplay in Payday 2 was hecka stressful, but it was always PvE, right? There's no competition. There's no real point to it, really. You just fuck around. You just, you know, bank heisting, you know, it's a fun kind of scenario to put yourself into. You tool up, you go in, you complete the objectives, you know, you fuck around a little bit, you all have a little bit of a giggle. It's a good time. Right? It's not the kind of zone where you can really enforce a premium engagement aspect, unfortunately, for Starbreeze. But they tried. They failed. They rolled it back. It's very funny. But they kept doing weird updates to the gear to kind of keep some things relevant, to keep other things relevant. And they added gun A, gun B, gun Z, gun 24, and it just got boring, you know. It got to a point where I felt at least, That they were just trying to manipulate the audience into thinking that there was a new experience to be had by changing the existing experience at its core fundamental points. It's just, it made things, balance changes that didn't really need to happen. And yeah, I got salty again. I haven't played it since. The soundtrack, however, is absolutely popping off. Payday 2 soundtrack is one of the all-time peaks of soundtrack history. It is one of the absolute monuments to audio design and video game audio engineering. It has a beautiful... So the songs are absolute bangers, okay? There's hands down. You can just listen to those as music, and it's great. 2, yeah, so I went there. The songs are intertwined with the gameplay. It has a reactive audio soundtrack, so that means that not only are the songs well produced in and of themselves, but they are well produced to a meticulous degree where you can take portions, clips, samples, stems from the audio project and reassemble them in gameplay at runtime to create not just a banging audio experience, but an interactive and immersive banging audio experience. And that is just, if that's not a peak in video game history, I don't know what is. Honestly, it was one of the best executed dynamic soundtracks I've ever witnessed. Because it's the kind of thing you don't notice it being a dynamic soundtrack, right? But there are so many small little audio cues that come in, and you instinctively know, right, that something's gone bad or something's gone good, or you're about to get an extra strong wave, right? There's a second layer of bass. There's a second layer. There's a little extra guitar riff. There's some periscope noise. I don't fucking know, But they add and they take away as well when it's in quiet time. Like the sound just scoops back to this really quiet, kind of gentle, kind of like pensive, cautious kind of feeling. And it's really good. It's just, Doom doesn't have that. Doom is a great reactive soundtrack because the music, when you get music, is kind of very tightly triggered to your gameplay. It's reactive to your inputs very specifically, and it reacts maybe to some of the enemy classes that are close to you as well. But it doesn't have a B part, right? It doesn't have any kind of an off kind of. It kind of does. Like if you're looking for that last zombie huntsman that's like hidden around a corner, is trying to. It gets a little bit quiet, but you don't have the same kind of draw, because once you end combat, right? Once you go into another phase of looting or puzzle solving or jumping, there's no music. There is just ambience, and it's very scary. Doom isn't meant to be a scary game, really. I mean, it is kind of technically. It originally was kind of quite scary, but it's not like the kind of the feeling that Doom 2016, I think, brings. That's what we're talking about here. If there was any confusion, brings to the table isn't really of like a very spooky vibe. Like Doom 1, Doom 2. It's kind of more, It's you know what I mean. I'm having trouble expressing my feelings. Anyway. Ghost in the Shell, that has a reactive soundtrack, but it's not very good. The soundtrack is great, but the way it reacts, after having played it again the other day, oh, there's no caffeine in this. Oh shit. It's basically just water. Sparkling water. What were we talking about? Reactive soundtrack? Yeah. I like a good reactive soundtrack. So the Ghost in the Shell, in fact, I think I have it in this playlist. I can't tell you I'm playing it though. That'd be illegal. But if someone were to accidentally skip the track to one of the Ghost in the Shell soundtrack songs, you'll be able to hear that there is an A section and a B section, but that's basically all you get. There's walking around section, And you found combat and they've discovered you and you're doing a gun shoot thing. It's kind of basic. It works. Illegal? Illegal. Exactly. Combat. So it's a really simple switch, right? So the A section has got the chords. What about nose legal? I don't know about nose legal. I'm not a parrot legal. Oh, I'm now the proud recipient of a meow wow. Yep. You can just call me Manadaki today. The comedy bar has slipped. I think I felt someone unsubscribe. Jesus. Anyway, so yeah, so it has an A section, right? Which is the ambient chords and the synth, right? Comedy bar? Is that where Bardaki got his license? Yes. Yes. And then there's the B section where they bring the bass and the drums in for the drum and the bass. It's simple, it's effective. The C section you hear is just mixed for the album, I believe. Would you believe that albums are mixed? Mick Gordon had very many words to say about mixing an album from a video game soundtrack stems. He said that it's very difficult and it's a time-consuming process and it's not just something you can whip together. C section, huh? That's right. That's where they get the drum and the bass and they perform a surgical maneuver on the drum and the bass to birth a subsequent drum and the bass from that. I wonder if there's any other music I can add to this. If there's any music that... hold on. If I can just... Can I control A in here? I can. Jesus, good. So I'm going to move all of these into stream bops. And then I'm going to remove ears from this. I'm going to remove YMO as well. Do you like YMO? You a fan of Yellow Magic Orchestra? Sometimes word should not be said. This is an apology for anyone watching the video in the future. I'm sorry you had to hear literally any of this stream. Only Rydeen. Call you basic or whatever, but you never really liked the rest of YMO. Fair. Rydeen is a banger, though. Let's have a look at what other music we can put into this Maybe some other game soundtracks, huh? How do I see chat while also seeing the music? I can't move the music. And I don't want to put chat on the main screen. Chat got nervous. Ooh, what about the entire soundtrack of Crusader Kings 2? Or Stellaris Apocalypse? Oh, Stellaris actually could be really good. That's, Stellaris is very, that way, right? It's kind of ambient. It's kind of electronic. What about the medieval? Pull chat up on your phone. Oh, shh. Do you know what, Reno? Where would I be without friendly, helpful individuals like yourself? Nowhere. I'll pull chat up on my phone. I can see chat in 2 places now. Maybe I should get a fourth monitor or like a tablet to do this with. That'd be cool. What does any of this sound like, huh? Is this the kind of music we want on our stream? Not reading chat, obviously, is where you'd be. Ha! Is this PNG Mana? Yeah, because Mana's baby PC couldn't deal with the heat. Hey, Witcher. Static. Enjoy a shout out, Witcher. Enjoy it. I'm looking for more music to put into the playlist. Oh. Thank you for being here, Widget. The stream has crashed no fewer than 8 times. I don't think this is what we were looking for. I have a lot of De La Soul. Almost all of it, I think. Because we have just for your information, we have this going on. Maybe I should pause the recording. Yeah, we're getting work done now. Don't say anything. I'm sure Unreal's just... And we engage with the recorded media once more. We go to the level. Go to the overworld 2. And it loads lightning fast. And it loads lightning fast. And it... Don't make me come over there. How embarrassing. Do you know what, Unreal? You don't have any excuses. You've compiled all your shaders. Open my goddamn level file. Yeah, this coffee's quite nice actually. Damn, that was a good call. Do you know what the horrible call was? Thinking that I could use the oat milk. Why is it being so slow? Look how slow, look how fucking slow that's moving. Fuck. Back to balloons. Jesus, I thought we had something cool going on there, but it actually turns out that Unreal Engine had betrayed us once again. I'm not tolerating it, Reno. I don't tolerate, we don't negotiate with terrorists. I'm trying to think what was in this overworld. Nothing, right? There's the Tree of Life, and I think that's it. If even that. Oh no, there's all those rocks as well. Rocks up the cliff face, yeah. Exo Drifter, no! Exo Drifter, oh, Exo Drifter. Oh no. You saw what you were in for. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the preview. Uh-oh. You sure did see the thumbnail. Exo Drifter, we've been betrayed by Unreal Engine. Look at how slowly it's opening this level. Like it doesn't want to or something. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. We already gave Exo a shout out today. I don't think it's very kosher to give 2 shout outs. I already denied one person 2 shout outs. It was very sad. They were sad. They got a second shout out by accident. You haven't played balloons in forever. This isn't a balloons stream. This is a game dev stream. But Unreal Engine has pushed my entire PC to maximum residency, so I can't do anything else other than play balloons while I wait for it to deal with its shit. Anyway, how are you doing, Exo? What were you doing on your stream? How were you doing on your stream? How's your game launch gone? Have you had lots of cool people playing your cool game? You rated specifically because it seemed like I was playing games instead of working. God damn it. Look, this is the dedication that the modern game dev shows. The game launch went well, good amount of people played it. I have not yet played it. Just so you know. Just so you know, I am not among the people who have played it. Please do not spoil it. Recovering from surgery right now and it's going well mostly. Oh, wow. That's... wow. Congratulations on recovering from surgery. If you know a guy who does, like, spines and legs, it's 20 minutes long, not too much to spoil. Does that mean that I can play it, complete it, get all the achievements, and then refund it on the Steam? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was just a cheeky joke. There's only one game I've ever refunded on Steam. That's right, there are no achievements though. Haha! Joke's on you, I've already 100%ed it then. Shazam. Oh yeah, raiders. People who have not been here before. Shit. I don't really have any media to show you because all the media is live media, and right now the live media is being cock-blocked by Unreal, so I can't actually show you what I do. I play Bloons on stream. I'm a professional Bloons player right now, and it's a rough life, but someone's got to do it. No, I make games as well. I try to make games. Right now, it won't let me see. You can see this little ant in the corner here, and this little hut. This is the game that I'm working on right now with Mr. Blunt over at Science Streams. We're doing a collab, as they call it in the cool kids playgrounds, and so he has a cool ant IP, and we're making a cool tie-in video game with his ant IP to teach kids about ants and to help kids get into the idea of understanding genetics and epigenetics. And I know it sounds like a really heavy thing to do, but let me assure you, okay, kids love learning as much as they tell you they don't. They love learning, they love being entertained. We combine the two things, an entertaining, learning video game experience with no new ideas, only reused, recycled gameplay elements from other games, obviously. Theft. You just stick so many things together, it just looks like a unique product, right? Right? I'm just kidding. But that's the idea. We get a cool, engaging game to get kids engaged with science, so that there are more scientists growing up and fewer kids not engaged with science. You know what I mean? It's a noble aim. That's what we're doing right now. I also have a project where I make a silly little RPG about voxel characters. Can I show you that as well? No, also because that lives in Unreal Engine also, and I don't have any. Do I have any media to show you about any of these things in the G Drive? Maybe. Do I have a cool screenshot somewhere? Oh yeah. Here's the main character of my RPG game. Congratulations, you have seen the main character of my RPG game. Yay! Why is there a Driller meme here? Why is there a Destiny 2 meme here? Oh my god. This drive needs a good clean out. I've got so many clips of my own face from recorded videos where I'm doing a stupid face. Also, I usually do a live VTube thing, but again, Unreal Engine's pushed my PC into maximum residency, and I can't. Here's a tiny AK. Here's me corrupting the Unreal Engine beyond all recognizable. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Here's a jam game that I made with the help of Hugh and not Hugh. Is it bad that I've forgotten everyone's name already? Shit, I'm so bad. Let me just say I'm bad with names. So if you come in here wielding names, be prepared to be unamazed. Here is my 2022 Christmas fireworks, New Year's fireworks display. There you go. So I'm actually not a game dev streamer. I'm a variety streamer, but my variety is only game dev and Trackmania. But yeah, here's a horrible painting of my main character as well, which I did in haste. Isn't it beautiful? Square brush. I'm not an artist. I mean, I am, but not that kind of artist, right? I'm not the kind of artist that's good at drawing. I don't do that. I do the slow, meticulous digital placement of cubes. The wrangling of code lines. How have I been? It's been a while since you dropped in. I got celiac, so I don't think you've been here since then. So I can't eat any bread and I can't eat any lactose. No gluten, no lactose. And something else. I swear to God, I've avoided all gluten and all lactose within reasonable bounds, and I still feel like shit. So you tell me. It would be fine if I could get paid to be this ill and also it didn't impact my life. But fuck. Now I know why everyone's complaining about it. You know, it's a raw deal. Sorry? No, it's fine. It just happens. I had a good run. 30-something years of being able to eat whatever I want and do whatever I want, whenever I want, do whatever I want. But now it's come to an end. You hope you figure out how to feel better soon. There is one way to get better from celiac so far, I know of, and it's to not have it at all. Actually, no, you know what? I haven't actually made any research into this. Let me look, see if there is a cure. See if it requires dragon's teeth. It's dragon's teeth. I can get dragon's teeth easily. Cure. There is no cure for celiac disease, but following a gluten-free diet should help control the symptoms and prevent the long-term complications of the It's important to ensure that your gluten-free diet is healthy and balanced. Oh, New York Times, are we close? Diet-wise to avoid gluten. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. Hold on. No, fuck you, 50p a week. Show me. Here, I screenshotted your entire article so I can read it offline, idiot. Until about 15 years ago, pharmaceutical companies showed little interest in drug development for celiac disease, also to a lesser finesse, celiac disease, Massachusetts, damage to small intestine. But they didn't know how I gotta lie down and rest up. Okay, Exo, have a nice evening. Enjoy your rest. I'm gonna read the rest of this article. 1% of the source of your condition, avoiding gluten is currently the only method. Well, it can include abdominal pain, diarrhea, constipation, depression, fatigue, headache, blistery rash, and iron deficiency anemia. Consuming even minuscule amounts of gluten, just a breadcrumb from cotton board, for example, can reach some intestinal damage. Maintaining a strict, lifelong gluten-free diet in a world full of hidden gluten-containing ingredients requires constant villages means makes eating out, traveling, and going to school risky, anxiety-provoking. True. High blood pressure, diabetes, and kidney disease related dialysis. Despite having to avoid gluten, as many as 30% of people still have symptoms. Wow! Good. Celiac disease might be cured by restoring immune tolerance to gliadin. University of Helsinki. Celiac disease affects 0.3 to 2.4% of people in most countries worldwide, approximately 2% in Finland. Celiac patients suffer from a variety of symptoms, typically intestinal complaints, diarrhea, they are symptom-free. Immunologists have developed tested nanoparticles containing gliadin for the immunodualatory treatment of celiac disease. An alcohol-soluble gluten fraction from wheat is called gliadin. After acquiring celiac disease, patients no longer tolerate cereal-based diets containing gluten while without developing signs of disease, loss of the villi in the intestinal mucosa. Is there reasons? 35%
Freitag states loss of tolerance to gliadin is caused by a failure in the regulation of gliadin-specific T lymphocytes within the immune system, leading to the destruction of the intestinal mucosa. The only available treatment for celiac disease is a lifelong gluten-free diet. Yeah. Nanoparticles containing gliadin could possibly allow celiac disease patients to eat normal diet again. Ooh. Collaborative project led by Dr. Tobias Freitag, working with Professor Seppo Medi, research group and transitional immunology research program at the University of Helsinki. Scientists developed and tested nanoparticles containing gliadin immunomodularity treatment of celiac disease, injecting the blood mice 3 different celiac disease models. Absorbable spherical 500 nanometer gliadin nanoparticles, TIMP GILA, significantly reduced markers in gliadin-specific T-cell activation, inflammation, and tissue damage. Gliadin nanoparticle treatment also includes gene expression profiles associated with immune tolerance. These findings support the concept that it may be possible to reprogram the immune system. Celiac patients instruct T lymphocytes to tolerate gluten again. If this would result in clinical unresponsiveness to gluten-containing diet in trials of celiac patients, TIMP-GILA treatment could lead to the cure of celiac disease. Patients may be able to eat normal food again without harmful consequences. Wow, 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 wow. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Are you saying what I'm hearing? Gliadin nanoparticle project at the University of Helsinki was conducted in collaboration with Cure Pharmaceuticals Development Company Inc., a licensed development of TIMP-GILA has since been acquired by Takeda Pharmaceuticals. Project results informed early clinical trials in celiac patients conducted in the US. Results from these clinical trials were demonstrated at UEG Week 2019 in Barcelona. Based on these results, treatment of celiac disease with TIMP-GILA silences or reduces the inflammatory gliadin-specific T cells in blood. Preclinical results in mice have now been published as an article in Press Scientific Journal in Gastroenterology. Similar nanoparticles may be developed for the treatment of other autoimmune diseases, e.g. diabetes, multiple sclerosis, narcolepsy. However, under one precondition, the underlying disease-causing factor is unknown, always known. Or there it is. I need me some gliadin nanoparticles. Some gliadin nanoparticles. What? I guess before they go ahead with some kind of actual medicated treatment like that, they'd probably want an actual diagnosis. So here's the thing, right? I couldn't get an actual diagnosis because I messed up the test and then had already stopped eating gluten. So would that require me to eat a bunch of gluten? Yeah, you do. Yeah. So that's not a good thing, though. You know, that would I would potentially die. Just instantly dead. Yeah. Why are there shader compile workers working already? We compiled all the shaders. For God's sakes, Unreal. Ah.
Get popped, idiot balloons. It's so satisfying. Oh. We had an escaper. Like a booba rep. Oh no! Oh no! That's game. Oh, and it broke. What if we don't upgrade it? Just regular fire rate, but we just have more of them. Is that a pipe organ? They got a pipe organ on this track, dog. Maybe. This little sneaky lad just slide in underneath the detection range, huh? It's cheating. What is it about the combination of a large full studio orchestra and a rock band that just hits so right? Sprinkle on a little bit of Latin lyrics. Pipe organ. Couple of chugs. Terry Bozzio on drums. Did I make my first mistake by placing it up there instead of down here? Ah! My first mistake of many, don't worry. So yeah. Oh yeah, did I get an email back from that lad? Nope. No, I did not. Just fucking skipped the whole thing and just loaded the whole thing. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. I can't believe I've been recording this whole thing. Oops. Oops. I just looked, I just saw it. Oops. Congratulations, brain recording. You've brain recorded the whole brain recording. It's more beautiful than I remember it. It's also smaller than I remember it. The fuck? Oh god, look at the water. Oh my god, the water shader is so gorgeous. It's got those little beautiful little twinkles. Clayman said he couldn't tell the difference. Like, if you get a nice angle on the water, it's hard to tell. The water breaks it though, apparently. Makes it look less believable. I guess when you get up real close, you can see it. It's kind of goofy, isn't it? It's got a lot of clipping into itself. Maybe we can resolve that. Maybe we can use this shader and we can maximize it. I don't really like the acoustics either. They're a bit bombastic. Gentle acoustics, I think I needed. But anyway, we have loaded the level. That means, I'm sorry, map check complete. Oh, map check, yeah. Map check. Outliner. We've got a water brush manager. No. Water zone. Yeah, water zone. Which is, nope. Water body ocean. Spline comp. Water spline. Do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna... Oh. Forgot I did that. I need my keyboard close to my hands, sorry. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. I've gotten kind of into a rhythm doing this now. Did that click? Are we on 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. And we can verify that and go back to 17, which is minus 24613, which is already there. Good. Who's messaging me? Minus 98461. Imagine if there were two with the same X value. Do you ever have that when you get into a rhythm doing something, you lose track of something, and then you notice what you're doing, and it throws you off, and you have to check back through all the work you've done, ruining all of the time you saved getting into a rhythm doing the thing? Minus 100186, yeah. It's the worst thing, Anna. You're there like, oh, I'm making great time. Wait, was that 398 or was that 399? Oh, that's 0 again. Let's just make sure we haven't messed anything up. So we're going to copy, paste, replace itself, and it's not going to change. Bosh. These are all the spline point locations for our spliny boy. I'm going to save this onto the G drive. Save as. Am I going to save it as a CSV? Don't at me with that. Asset archive. New folder. CSV. Shh. This is all right. There's a ledge in the ocean. No problem. Can we get sync rights to use the Prodigy to do the the music for the trailer? Uh-oh. Music bee has crashed. Can a single program on my PC today just not crash for 5 minutes, please? Can for 5 minutes we have no crashes in our program suite, please? Can we just have a day where everything just runs smoothly and there are no hiccups that take literal whole hours to complete? No? Okay. That's fine. I'm not stressed out. I'm not stressed out at all. We don't need that. We've done that. We've got all the values here. Don't worry about it, kids. I know what I'm doing. I'm a pro fingernail. Let's see who wants my attention. No. good the thumbnail updated. Darkest Dungeon 2's out now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you know who really enjoys playing the Darkest Dungeon? Embarrassment. I can't remember if there's an underscore in the name or not. There is an underscore in the name. Oh my god. Embarrassment. Dan's Survival. Let's check them out. Watch them play Darkest Dungeon runs on their celebratory days. They also play lovely survival horror games like Signalis, Resident Evil, Parasite Eve, and Dino Crisis. The beloved quadrilogy of PlayStation 1 aesthetic scary game. Whoosh. Whoosh. La 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 la. Swoosh. Anyway, we were actually going to load. We got the landscape level. When the caramel layer just settles at the bottom of the coffee and you have a real nice, like, coffee dessert at the end. What the fuck is this? Who the fuck sanctioned this shit? That's right, that's what I thought. Outliner. We have a custom landmass brush, C. Brush mesh, spline. And then we take our handy dandy list of spline points, right? And that's the only splines that we have, right? So then we add a spline. Multiple. Fuck out of here, multiple. Video memory has been exceeded. God damn it. Every goddamn time. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be you're having a funny joke with me. You're having a real funny joke with me. That is just very, very rude of you. Do you know what we're gonna do? Seeing as how I'm at this point, and it's literally just the engine that's crashing the stream, how about I take you all and palm you off to another lovely... Everyone sound off. Everyone make a chat in the chat. I'm back. I'm here. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I haven't left you. I'm about to, but... Yep. Thank you, Reno. Excellent. I will also post in the chat. Just to... Oh, okay. I won't post in the chat, apparently. Now I'll post in the chat. Jesus Christ. One of these. People friendship. Anyway, seeing as how it's basically just my stream that's scuffed at the moment, I say we go find someone cool to raid like Zen, or 8-Bit Drummer, or Agoto, or Cesar, or CM Griffing, or Paleontologizing, or Niche, or Mortinus, or Incarne, or J Crew, or Drowsy Doppel, or Ice Ash, or Emothic, or Maria Kawaii VR, or just Frederick. So, without further ado, let me do the talk out. Yeah. Okay, everyone's back and ready. Sorry, I get panicked when I don't see you all here. Okay, let me do the talk out so I can stop the recording. And I promise you, YouTube watchers, I'm gonna fix everything that I've spent months breaking. Apparently, don't worry. We'll have a beautiful Costa Rican coastline before you even know it. Before you even look at the next video, I promise we'll have a new Costa Rican coastline. So thank you everyone for coming to watch the live video. If you came to watch the live video, thank you Science_streams for the 1 month resub, for 12 month resub. It means so much to me, keeping the channel going, keeping the lights on, and also super collab on the video game. Hit me up on the Discord about talking about the collab again, talking about the video game. Talk together. Thank you Black Void Titan for the raid. Thank you Ghost Lay for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you Exo Drifter for the raid. Bringing yours people and Black Void Titans people and Exo Drifters people to my channel. It's always a good time, and we're going to pass that love on to someone else very shortly. Very shortly. And so thank you everyone for coming to watch the video on demand. If you came to watch the video on demand, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.